This is David with Great Choice Audio Video 8. Today's video is about better lighting and some cool options from DMF. Now, this particular lighting is their 2-inch. They make a trimless, and then they make a trim. They make it adjustable, and then they make just a static. And of course, there's a ton of options when it comes to color temperature, if you want it warm, dim or not. But this particular one, this is a static 3000K. And of course, you can dim down to 1%. One awesome thing about DMF, it's a high quality light. It's got a high CRI rating of 93 plus. So you're gonna get great colors off the walls, off artwork, or whatever you're using it for. And of course, you get lots of other options with these lights. So for instance, this is your light. Now, another good thing about DMF is you have a 10-year warranty on them. So they're gonna last, and obviously they're backing it up too. So, but as far as options go, you can get this in so many different beam spreads. So you can do a 25 degree, a 40 degree, a 60 degree. So lots of options there depending what you're trying to highlight. And again, lots of color temperatures, 2700, 3000, 3500 and above, and of course warm dim. So not every light is the same. Now, depending what you're placing it or where you're placing it, depends on the look, the amount of output. You can do 750 lumens. This particular one is 1000 lumens, so super high output. And again, you got that dimming down to 1%, so you can make it look exactly the way you want. So maybe you don't want 100%, maybe you just want 80%. In programming or whatever else, if you're using Lutron switches or any control system, you can easily dial that down and that be your max. So lots of flexibility with these lights. So these are the remodel cans. You can do new construction. So let me show you, there's a few bits and pieces to this. First, start off with cutting your hole. Now, because these are 2-inch, your hole, the ceiling isn't quite as big as if you're doing 4-inch or 6-inch or whatever. So these 2-inch ones, you're going to put a collar in. So if you're doing a sheetrock ceiling or even a wood ceiling on these new remodel cans, then you're going to cut a 3 1/4 inch hole, and you're going to use this collar here. So as you can see, it's got these little tabs right there. So you're going to cut your hole. You have a little bit, you can see right there, a little bit of a lip on this edge. Not a lot, but a little bit. But you're going to cut your hole, and then you're going to stick this up inside the ceiling. And then these clips, you're going to push out till they pop, just like that. And that's what's going to hold it against your sheetrock nice and tight. So that's one way. If you had a new construction can, instead of using this piece, you would have this collar, and it's got these little threads just like that, and then you kind of screw it into your new construction can to where the front lip is flush with the surface, the sheetrock, whatever. So, but today we're doing remodel, so we're using this collar. So we got the 3 1/4 inch hole drilled. So what's next? So now, once you put in this collar here, you're gonna grab this piece and this piece. So you're gonna stick this part. Now this is cool because it has your little adapter right there. I don't know if you see that or not, but this is the quick connect that goes to the light. Because at the bottom of the light, same thing. You have this little quick connector that they snap in together. So you don't have your typical Edison style ball that you would screw in. So you'll stick this through your 2-inch hole, or 3 1/4 inch hole, and then you connect your points of connections here. So we'll do that real fast. Boom. And then it gives you, if you look real closely, there's a little tab with these 2 prongs. So that's important because there's only one way you could put this light. So you literally circle you see what I'm doing here, you circle your extra wire in there, and then in the bottom, there's a little tab, this little connector that pops off. And now you have these little holes in the connecting point in there. So this will actually go inside of here. Make sure I've dialed in right. Yep. Get it lined up, circle my wire around. Can't see what I'm doing. All right, there we go. So just like that, then it's connected in there. And on the back side of this, I'm gonna have a screwdriver. So that's like the back side of this, there's a little screw head. So we'll take this little screw and then it screws right in the back of this piece here. And bada bing, got that nice tight. So now it's one piece. So now we have this little piece of wire that has our box already connected with the connection that went to the light. So you're never going to have any issues with it coming apart, being disconnected. And so your electrician would install his Romex into here. So as you can see, this has a cap where they can put the Romex in and put the little connections. Now this cap, to make it nice and clean, comes off, and there's your wires. So depending if you're just doing regular high voltage, you'd use 3 of those. If you're doing tunable, then you'd use all 5. So in this case, we're just using 3 because we're just dimming this down. But nice clean inside of this little enclosure. And make sure I put this on the correct way. But that just it gives you plenty of leeway to just lay this up in your attic or sit it down, next to the light, of course. And this is going through into your collar. So now, let me take this off so I can show you guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to show you this all on the ground versus doing it in the ceiling. I'll show you the finished product as we're working on it right now. Actually, we're having an electrician install all these into the ceiling. We're actually doing a hallway and an entryway right now. So essentially, here's our collar. We'll take these tabs out. So that would be fitting through this collar like so. And bada bing, bada boom. Now, we do have a trim piece. So the trim piece we picked out, we did a little silver with the white, and it's even color coded, which is super awesome. So we have a red tab there, and then inside of here, there's a red tab there. So you know exactly where to place it. Okay, so there we go. Pretty simple. So now it's flush in there, and look at that. That'll go against your sheetrock, and then nice, clean, and it gives you ways to aim it. Now, with that being said, I'll show you once we get to the lights hooked up, but pull that out. What's really cool, if you can see that, there's a little tab right there. This tab allows you to aim the light. See it come out? Put it this way. So push in. It's all within the smallest space. It's adjusting where I can aim the light inside of here. So I can show you that. Yeah, see? Aim it all the way one side. And it's got little numbers on it. So if you want to make them all match exactly, it's easy to do. You say, okay, I want to make this a 15. So just push down to 15. Boom. Now you do all exactly the same. So super cool, easy to adjust and make them all exactly the same if you're doing multiple in a row or whatever you're trying to do. So I can't wait to show you guys the finished part. We're working on it. We've got almost all the lights installed. So I'll finish up once we get to the hallway entryway. We'll have a bunch of extra holes because we took out a whole bunch of 4-inch cans and adding in these 2-inch cans. So we have 14 of these. So I'll finish the video off over there, guys. Show you guys what it looks like and finalize this video. So let's get over there and finish this up. Okay, so we've got all the cans up finally. And man, they're looking really good. So we got them all in and they're all adjustable. Now some will leave fixed, but some will actually adjust, up, down, left, right, that kind of thing. So what I really like is, once you get them in, you have the little lever here, and that allows you to twist it. And then you have the little slider that allows you to adjust. So once you've got them in, you just take your fingers, take off the little, or switch over the little lever, and then you twist it whichever way you want to aim your light. So we're gonna aim at this wall here to bring the light up just a little bit, just to highlight the wall. So we'll twist it this way, where the little thumb slider is on the side that we want to aim the light. and then we'll switch this little lever over and lock it down. And it's a little bit tough, but you lock it down, it keeps it from moving on you, and then you slide the up and down. See up here, we'll slide it down. So you can slide, that's almost straight down, so very little light on the wall, but I want to adjust it up. So we get a lot more light on there. And then, once we do that, what's really cool, I showed this earlier, is that on the little trim ring, has a color code of red on there, so you find which side the red is on, which is right there. And super easy, goes in, boom, like that. And now we got a nice clean look with a trim ring, with an aimable light right onto our subject, which is our wall, to bring the light up just a little bit, so it's not all just directly on the ground. So again, we're not always trying to highlight the ground. We like to highlight different parts of the walls and bring the light down so you'll naturally look low, and the highlighted floor will show up really nice. And you're really trying to bring up the light higher on the walls and bring it down. So anyway, man, I really like the way this looks. Of course, we have a lot of holes we have to patch because, again, we're doing the remodel and we just put in all new doors. Now we're adding all new can lighting. So this is all the 2-inch cans. We still have some of the 4-inch cans still in. We're pulling those out. We have a lot of holes we have to patch, part of the remodel process. And then once we get all those patched, we'll start looking at paint. But this remodel is looking really, really good. And the lighting makes a huge difference. This whole hallway, and I'll show you a quick shot of the hallway as it looks now. Of course, this is, brand new doors are not painted. This is old trim that will probably change color, and this is walls that will also change color as well once we paint. But for right now, you'll at least get a general idea of the nice light that's going through the whole hallway, and it is a world of difference. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this helps you out. Lighting makes a huge difference. The way it looks on the ceiling, as well as how it projects onto the surface or the objects or walls that you're trying to aim at. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions, comments, leave them in the section down below. And again, we hope we see you on the next one. We'll see you.